So, without further ado, let us begin. All right, so this question says, what is 2 over 3 all square? So 2 over 3 all square, any number square means you're multiplying it by itself. So what you really have is 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. 2 times 2 we know is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, so we know we're going to get 4 over 9. First one is easy, soft. Next question says, what is 17 square minus 15 square square rooted? 17 square is 17 times 17, which is 289. 15 square is 225. And then we're square rooting this. Now 289 minus 225 is 64. So what we're doing is we're finding the square root of 64, which is 8. Easy question. Option C, soft. Nice. Question 3. Question 3 says, in standard form, 208.06 can be written as, now you're going to bring the decimal 2 places. Let's go 1, 2. 2 places to the left. Going to the left is positive. Going to the left is positive. 1, 2. So it becomes 2.08 times 10 squared because it shifted 2 places to the left. 1, 2. That's option A. Next question. It says, if $560 is shared in the ratio 2 to 3 to 9, and the difference between the largest and the smallest share is, so we want to find the difference between the largest and the smallest share. So first we need to find what is the smallest share. The smallest share is 2 out of 15 multiplied by 560. That's the smallest share. And so what we get is 15 into itself goes 1 time. 15 into 56 goes 3 times, and I believe that has a remainder of 11. And 15 into 110, that goes, let us see, that goes 7 times. 15 times 7 is 105, and so it goes 7 times with a remainder of 5 over 15. And so we multiply 2 times 37 and 5 over 15. So what we're going to get is, all right, so we multiply them across. All right, let's not divide it by 15 since it's not completely divisible. Let's not make our calculations any more difficult. Let's just multiply them across. Just to make calculations a little easier, we'll multiply them across. So let's just say 2 times 560. We know that will give us 1,120, and that is divided by 15. All right, this is the smaller share. I'm going to leave it at that now for now. This is the smaller share. And is it 15? Let me check again. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 9 is 4. So my apologies, it's 14. We're actually dividing by 14. So this should not be 15 right here. Let's make some adjustments. This should be 14. 14. All right, and so the smaller share is 14 into itself 1 time. 14 into 112, that will go, we know 14 times 8, what will that be? Yes, that's 8. We're going to it 8 times. So the smaller share is $80. Now that we get the smaller share is $80, let's work out the larger share. The larger share is 9 out of 14 multiplied by 560. That's the larger share. 14 into itself one time, 14 into 560, that goes 14 into 56, that goes 4 times. 9 times 40 is 360. So if the larger share is 360 and the smaller share is 80, the difference is the larger minus the smaller. 360 minus 80, which we know that is $280, which is option C. That's the difference between the largest and the smallest share. Easy question. Question 5. It says if 60% of a number is 90, what is the number? 60% is 90. And so 60%, remember, is 60 over 100. That's writing it as a fraction. 60 over 100 of some number x equal 90. So let's transpose for x. This 0 cancels this 0, all right? And we can then cross multiply to have 6x is equal to 10 times 90 is 900. And then we divide both sides by 6. These 6 would cancel. And then 900 over 6, that is 150. Too easy. Nice. Wonderful. Question 6. It says find the exact value of 2 divided by 0.01 square. So first we need to work out what is 0.01 square. I don't like to work with decimal. I convert them to fraction. 0.01 square is 1 over 100 multiplied by 1 over 100. 1 over 100 multiplied by 1 over 100 is 100 times 100. I believe that is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And so 1 over 100 times 1 over 100 is 1 over 10,000. Now we need to work out 2 divided by this number. But 2 divided by this number is 2 multiplied by 10,000. Because remember, when you divide, you reciprocate. So 2 times 10,000 is 20,000, which is option D. All right, moving right along. Question 7. It says if 3n is an odd number, if 3n is an even number, which of the following is an odd number? If 3n is even, then 3n minus 1 is odd. All right, that's clear. Think of 3n like some number 6. If 3n is some number 6, how do you get an odd number? 6 minus 1 give you an odd number, so it has to be 3n minus 1. So that's easy. Option A. Nice. Which of the following is the highest common factor of 30, 45, and 90? Let us find the highest common factor. Now, 3 is a factor of all of these, but that's not the highest. 5 can go into all of them. 15 can go into all of them, and so 15 have to be the highest common factor. We're looking for the biggest factor that can go into all 3 of these numbers. That's 15. Easy. It says, what is the least number of plums that can be shared equally among 6, 9, or 12 children? Once you hear least number of plums that can be shared equally, then we have to go for what? The LCM. You have to find the LCM between 6, 9, and 12. What is the LCM? The LCM is which number can 6, 9, and 12 all go into evenly? All right. So I think the LCM is 36. Let's see. 6 into 36, 6 times. 9 into 36, 4 times. 12 into 36, 3 times. So this is the LCM. The LCM is 36. So that is the option. All right. Nice and easy. Soft. Question 10. Question 10 says, what is the value of the digit 2 in this number? We're given the number 48.621, and 2 is in the 100th column, so it's 2 over 100. Too easy. It says if x and y are 2 finite sets such that the number of elements in x is y, is 9, and the number of elements in Y is 10, and the number of elements in X union Y is 15, what is the number of elements in X intersect Y? So this is given by a simple formula. The intersection, let's call the intersection, I'll call the intersection, let's just write it down as n number of elements of X intersect Y. We're using n to represent intersection. All right, so that's number of elements of X intersect Y is equal to number of elements in X plus the number of elements in Y. So it's the number of elements in X plus the number of elements in Y minus the number of elements in the union. Let's use U to represent union. And so what we're going to get is number of elements in X is 9 plus the number of elements in Y is 10 minus the number of elements in X union Y, which is 15. 9 plus 10 is 19. 19 minus 15 equals 4. And so number of elements in X intersect Y is 4, which is option B. Too easy. Soft. Question 12. It says if U is the set 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, and A is 3, 6, then the number of elements in A prime is, A prime would be everything outside of A. Everything outside of A would be, let's see, 1 would be outside A, 5 would be outside A, 8 would be outside A. So A prime would be this set, 1, 5, and 8. And so the number of elements in A prime would be 1, 2, 3. Option B. Easy. Which of the following sets is equivalent to the set PQRS? And so, which of the following is equivalent to PQRS? Which one have the same number of elements inside the set is clearly option C with 4. Easy question. Question 14. A Venn diagram is given. H represents how many students play hockey. V represents how many students play volleyball. And U is a universal set. 3 right here is how many students don't do no sport or they don't play any of these 2 sports. Find the number of students in the set. And it says how many students do not play volleyball. Well, these 5 persons don't play volleyball. And these 3 persons don't play volleyball. And so 8 persons don't play volleyball. Easy question. Question, we go to 15. If $7,000 is borrowed at a rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, what is the simple interest? Remember, simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time. The principal is $7,000 multiplied by the rate of 0.05. I just converted it to decimal, multiplied by the number of years, which is 3. So when we work that out, what we'll get is 3 times 7 is 21. So that's 21,000 multiplied by 0.05 can be expressed as 5 over 100. And so this 0 cancels this. Let's see. 210 times 5 is 1,050. That's option D. Nice. Question 15. It says at the start, or at the end rather of any year, a car is worth 5% less than what it is worth at the beginning of the year. If a car is worth $10,000 in January, at the start of January, what is the car worth in December? So it's going to lose 5% of 10,000. And so the car is now worth 95% of its initial value. So we need to find 95% of 10,000. 95% of 10,000 is clearly $9,500, which is option B. Nice and easy, soft. That's $9,500. Question 17. It says an article bought from $125 was sold for $175. The profit as a percentage of its cost price was. Now, an article was bought for $125 and sold for $175. So the profit made was $50, which is crazy. That's a lot of profit. $50 out of 125. That will give you how much is the profit as a percentage of the cost price when you multiply it then by 100. And now let's simplify it. We know that 5 into 50 goes 10 times, and we know 5 into 125 goes 25. Then we know 5 into 10 goes 2 times, and 5 into 25 goes 5 times, and 5 into itself goes 1, 5 into 100 goes 20, and we know 2 times 20 is 40. So that means 40% profit was made. That's a lot of profit. A lot of profit. Nice. Now this says this question, the exchange rate for $1 is 2.7 in the Eastern Caribbean. What is the value of $4.5 in Eastern Caribbean currency? So remember, $1, they're telling you 1 US is equal to $2.7 here in the Caribbean. $1 is 2.7 here in the Eastern Caribbean. Let's write EC. All right, so that's 1 US. So we need to find what is 4.5 US. To find what is 4.5 US, we're gonna have to multiply 4.5 times 2.7. So we need to multiply 4.50 multiplied by 2.7. All right, you're going to multiply these. Now you don't necessarily have to multiply them. You could actually use elimination and see what the answer is. But let's use it. Let's just work them out. All right. Now look at this. I know that 4 times 2 is 8. And so any option smaller than 8 is already out. These 3 out. So it has to be 12.15, which is option D. It has to be, because why? We know that 4 times 2 is already 8. These are smaller than 8. All right? So it has to be option D. Question 19. Tom bought a pen for $60 and sold it to gain 20% on his cost price. How much money did he gain? So that means Tom sold the pen for 120% in relation to the cost price. So 120% of $60 will give you how much he sold it for. This 0 cancels this. This 0 cancels this. 12 times 6 is 72. Tom sold the pen for $72. And so in reality, he gained $12. That's what he gained. That's his gain, $12, which is option A. Nice. Question 20. Question 20. All right, let's look at that. Question 20 says a man's annual salary is $45,000. His tax-free allowance are $13,000. He has to pay a tax of 35% on his taxable income. That's crazy, 35%. What is his tax payable? Well, he's only paying 35% of the remainder. So 45,000 minus 13,000 is 32,000. So he's paying 35% of 32,000. So we need to find 35% of 32,000. Because that 13,000, no tax can touch it. No tax cannot touch that 13,000. So let's work this out. This 0 cancels this. This 0 cancels this. So we have 35 times 20 times 320. 35 times 0 is 0. 35 times 2 is 70. So put a 0 and carry 7. 35 times 3 is 105. 105 plus 7 is 112. So that is 11,200, which is option B. Nice and easy, 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 soft. Question 21. Question 21 says, a man pays 60 cents for every 200 meter cube of gas used, plus a fixed charge of 13.75. How much does he pay when he uses 65,000 meter cube? So he pays 60 cents for every 200. All right. And so what you can do is you can divide 55,000 by 200. So let's do that. 55,000, you're going to divide it by 200. This zero cancels this zero. 550 over 2 is, what is 550 over 2? I believe that is 275. And then you're going to multiply 275 by 60 cents is 0.6. 0.60. All right, so 0.60 times 275. Now my preference is always to work in fractions. So it's 275 times 0.6 is 3 over 5. 5 into itself goes 1. 5 into 275 is 5 into 27 goes 5 times. 5 into 25 goes 5 times. 55 times 3 is 165. So this is what he pays, but guess what? He pays also a fixed charge of 13.78. So you need to add them, and you're going to get $178.75. Nice. Question 22. A salesman is paid 5% of his monthly sales as commission. His sales for last month were 2020. How much commission was he paid? Only 5% of 2020. So 5% of 2020, when you evaluate what this is equal to, you will get 5 into itself 1, 5 into 120, 20 into itself 1, 20 into 21, 20 into 2, 0, 20 into 21. So he receives $101 in commission paid. Easy question. Question 22. It says 2x minus 3 times in bracket x plus h. Simplifying, you'll get 2x minus 3x minus 3 times 8 is 24. So what you'll get is 2x minus 3x is minus x. And then you have minus 24. Yep, that's option A. No problem at all. No problem whatsoever. Nice. Question 24. It says if x is an integer that satisfies this inequality, where 2x is between 6 and 8, then what is x? To find x, you divide through by 2. Divide this statement through by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2x divided by 2 is just x. 8 divided by 2, you get less than or equal to 4. So look for which one has this, which is clearly option A. Nice. No worries. Question 25. If x equals 4 and y equals 2, what is the value of this statement? Replace x with 4, so you're working out 4 squared, plus replace y with 2, you have 3 times 2, over x times y. X times y is 4 times 2, which is 8. So what you're getting is 4 squared is 16. 16 plus 6 is 22. So you get 22 over 8. 22 over 8 I can simplify by dividing both sides by 2. So I get 11 over 4. And 11 over 4 is 2 and 3/4. 2 and 3 over 8. Nice, nice, nice. 2 and 3 over 4. Oh gosh. I said over 8, over 4. My apologies right there. Option D. Question 26. The expression y, they tell us the expression y is equal to the square of x. Y is equal to the square of x can be written as y is the square of x. This is the square of x. So y is equal to x squared, which is option A. That is it. Easy. Nice. Question 27. If m star n is the square root of m times n minus n squared, then what is 5 star 3? So to find m star n, you replace m with 5 times, you replace n with 3, minus, you replace n with 3 again right here, which is 3 squared, and then you square root it. That will give you m star n. So that works out to be 5 times 3 minus 3 squared, and that's 6. So this works out to be the square root of 6. That's option A. Easy question, soft. Question 28. It says James saves X dollars each month, but in March he saved $5 less than twice his usual amount. In March, James saved, so usually like January, February, and those other months, James saved X. In March, he saved $5 less than twice his usual amount. He saved $5 less, $5 less than twice. Twice is 2x, and $5 less is 2x minus 5. All right, and so in March, James saved 2x minus $5. Easy, soft. Question 29. It says, given that 3 times x minus 1 is minus 2 times x minus 1, which equals 7, find the value of x. To find the value of x, you can expand this bracket to get 3x minus 3 minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 7. And then you equate our group like terms. So 3x minus 2x is x, minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2, and that is equal to 7. Then you add 2 to both sides to get x equal 9. So that is the value for x. X is 9. That is option D. D as in delta. Easy. We're finally halfway there. It says the expression 2a cubed is the same as 2a cubed is 2a all cubed. 2 cubed is 8. So you get 8a cubed. That's 8a cubed, which is option D. Nice. Question 9. It says if p over 5 is 20, then what is p? To find p, we have to transpose and we multiply both sides by 5. So p is 20 times 5, which is option C. Nice. Question 32. Find the volume of a cube of h 5 centimeters. So remember, volume is length cube. So it's going to be 5 cube, and 5 cube is 125. So the volume is option D. No issues so far. Question 33. Question 33 says, if the circumference of a circle is 15 centimeters, then the length of the minor arc AB is given by, length of a minor arc is theta, which is 120, divided by 360, multiplied by 2 pi r, multiplied by 2 pi r, but in this case, 2 pi r is 15. All right, 2 pi r is the perimeter, or the circumference. So 120 divided by 360 multiplied by 15. That is 120 divided by 360 multiplied by 15. That is this. All right, nice and easy. So let's continue. Question 34. What is 2,500 millimeter in meter? Remember, 1,000 millimeter make a meter, so we're just going to divide by 1,000. So 2,500 divided by 1,000. 2,500 divided by 1,000 is 2.5. That's it, 2.5. Easy, 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 which is option B, soft. Question 35. Question 35 says, the area of the trapezium above. Look at this trapezium. They give you the height. They give you the two parallel sides. You need to find the area. Area for trapezium is equal to half the sum of the parallel sides, which is half of 8 plus 12, half of 8 plus 12, then multiplied by the perpendicular height of 3. That's all we're doing. Now 8 plus 12 is 20. 20 times a half is 10. 10 times 3 is 30. So we get 30 centimeter cubed. Easy question, soft. Question 36. It says the lengths of the sides of a triangle are x, 2x, and 2x centimeter. If the perimeter is 20 centimeter, what is the value of x? So they give you the three sides of the triangle, and they tell you that the perimeter is 20. So they tell us x plus 2x plus 2x. Just to point it out, we know it's an isosceles triangle. The perimeter is 20. X plus 2x is 5x equal 20. So we divide both sides by 5 to get x equal 4. So x is equal to 4. That is option A. Easy question. Question 37. It says the perimeter of a square is 48 centimeter. What is the area of this square? So it's always good to just draw a little square. I know my square kind of look like a rectangle-ish. If the perimeter is 48, we know that each side is 12. That's the only way you add up all sides to get 48. And so the area is going to be 12 square. That's how you're going to get area. Area always is length square. And the length square is 12 square, which is 144. Easy question. Soft. Question 38. The area of a triangle is 30 centimeter cubed and its base is 10. What is the perpendicular height? And so they give us some triangle. I'm going to try to draw an accurate triangle. It doesn't have to be a right angle triangle, but let's just picture it in our head like this. The base is 10, and we don't know the height, call it h, but we know the area is 30. Area of a triangle 30 is equal to half base times height. So it's going to be a half of the base of 10 times the height of h. Now 10 times a half is 5, and so you get 30 is equal to 5h. And so you divide both sides by 5 to get h equals 6. So that is the height of the triangle. Nice and easy, soft. Question 39. Question 39 says the circumference of a circle is 132 centimeters. Given that pi is 22 over 7, then the radius of the circle in centimeter is, so a circle has this for the circumference. But what is circumference? The perimeter and the circumference is 2 pi r. 2 pi r. Now what is the circumference? The circumference is 132. So 132 is the circumference, and that's equal to 2 pi r. And you need to find r, so what you do? Yes, man, divide both sides by 2 pi. Divide both sides by 2 pi. Now we don't know what pi is, but they tell us take pi as 22 over 7. Taking pi as 22 over 7, 2 times 22 over 7 is 44 over 7. And so what we have is 132 divided by 44 over 7. When you're dividing, you can just change the signs to multiply and change it from 44 over 7 and reciprocate it to 7 over 44. So we reciprocate it and write it as 7 over 44. And this is what we're going to multiply now. We know 4 into 44 goes 11 times. 4 into 132, well, 4 into 13 goes 3 times. With remainder 1, 4 into 12 goes 3 times. Now 11 into itself goes 1 time, 11 into 33 goes 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. Option B, easy, soft. Question 40. Find the median of the following numbers. The median is the number in the extreme middle. So each time just cross off the ends. Cross off the ends, cross off the ends till we get to the middle. Cross off the ends till we get to the middle. And here we have two numbers in the middle. And so we find the average of these two numbers, which is 6.5. So the median is 6.5. Next question. It says the mean of the 7 numbers below is 15. So they give us 7 numbers, 14, 10, 18, C, 21, 15, and 14. What is C? So mean is the sum of the 7 numbers divided by 7. So 14 plus 10 plus 18 plus 21 plus 15 plus 14 plus C divided by 7 equals 15. 14 and 10 is 24. 24 and 18 is 42. 42 and 21 is 63. 61 and 15, 63, sorry, and 15. Let's start again. 24, 42, 63, 78. 78 and 14 is 92. So we know that 92 plus C divided by 7 is equal to 15. So cross multiply the 7, and so you get 92 plus C is equal to 7 times 15 is 105. So C is equal to 13. Easy question. Solved. Next one. A bag contains 60 marbles of different colors. The probability of randomly selecting a red marble is? What's the probability of randomly selecting a red marble? Now, they tell us that the probability of selecting a red marble is 5/12, and they want to know how many red marbles does the bag contain. So 5/12 multiplied by 60 will give us how many red marbles is in the bag. 12 into itself, 1. 12 into 65. 5 times 5 is 25, which is clearly option dog. Easy. Nice. Moving right along. Question 45. Question 45 says, when 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, the possible outcomes are head, 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 tail, head, tail, head, head, tail, 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 head, head, tail, head, tail, 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 head, tail, tail, tail. We have H represents head and T represents tail. What is the probability of obtaining at least 2 heads? So to get 2 heads, you can get 2 head. So these are possibility of getting 2 heads, or you can get all 3 heads. That's at least 2 heads. So to getting 2 heads is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 out of 8 possibility. And 4 out of 8 is a half, 1/2. Well, nice. 1/2, which is option C. Item 44. It says, item 44 shows a frequency table, and it asks us what is the modal score. The modal score is which score do most of the students get. As you can see, 12 students get 8. And so that's the modal score. 8 is frequently occurring. This is the modal score. Modal score is 8, because 12 students get 8. All right. Question 45. Each of the letters of the word chance is written on a slip of paper similar in size and shape. The slips of papers are then placed in a bag thoroughly and shaken. What is the probability of randomly drawing a letter C? And so each of the letters of the word chance is written on the slip, right? And so to draw the letter C, we have two C's in it, so it's 2 out of the total number of letters of the word chance, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 out of 6 is 1/3. Easy question. Item 46. Moving right along. Item 46 says, which of the following line graph represents x is between -2 and 4 inclusive? So this set, to list them out, would just include -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which set of all of that? Let us see. -2. Here it is, -2, -1, this set, option B. Nice. It says, question 47, the relationship best describes the mapping in the diagram is, so this person talks to this person, but this person also talks to this person. That's not right. That's a many-to-one relationship, right? Because we can see right here, maps to here, and right here, also maps to here, all right? So that's many-to-one, right? These two girls talk to this one guy. That's many-to-one relationship, all right? So that is option C, many-to-one. Nice. Question 48. Which one of the following points lies on the line y equal 2x minus 3? To find which one of the point lies on the line, you need to see which of the points satisfy the equation of the line. Let's start with D, since D has a 0. So when y is -3, you get -3 equal to 2 times the x value of 0 minus 3. But isn't that true? -3 equal -3? Yes. And so this point satisfies the equation of the line, and so it lies on the line, option D. Nice. Question 49. It says, which of the following represents the graph of a function? Which of the following represents the graph of a function? Now, this right here is clearly a function, right? This would be the line passing through all the points. And as you can see right here, this is a function, right? If you do a vertical line test, only intersect it at one point. And so this is a function. Option A is a function. This would probably be the line y equal x. Question 50. Which of the following represents the equation of a straight line? Y equal 4 over x? No. We need a straight line is in the form y equal to mx plus c. Always remember that's how we write the equation of a straight line. That looks like y equal mx plus c is option B. Easy question. Question 51. It says the range of f of x being x squared for the domain -2, -1, 0, -1, and 2 is? Now, -2 squared is 4, -1 squared is 1, 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. So this is the range. So if you were to put a mapping diagram, just for those who like the mapping diagram like myself, you have -1, you have 0, you have 1, you have 2, oh, and I forgot -2, and you have 0, 1, and 4. -2 would be mapped to 4, -1 maps to 1, 0 mapped to 0, 1 map to 1 and 2 map to 4. That is clearly option B. B as in beta. Nice. Question 52. In the diagram above, A, B, and C, D are parallel lines. Since they're parallel lines, this is a transversal line intersecting the two parallel lines. And so we know that X and Y are equal by Z angles, which is option A. Nice. That's option A. Question 53. Under the translation 2 minus 3, the image of 3 minus 5 is? So you have 3 minus 5, and you're going to add it. You're going to add it to 2 minus 3. 3 minus 5 plus 2 minus 3. Now when I add these two, what am I going to get? 3 plus 2 is 5. Minus 5 plus minus 3 is minus 8. Clearly that's option D. Too easy. Nice. Question 54. If the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 right angles, 1 right angle is 90, and so 4 right angle is 360. If the sum of the interior angles is 360, then it is a quadrilateral. No more questions asked. Easy. Question 55. In the diagram, the translation by which AB is mapped onto A prime, B prime is represented by, to go from 2 to 4, that means to increase in the X value by 2, and to go from 5 to 6, we increase in the Y value by 1. So the translation vector is 2, 1. Let's pre. That's option B. Nice and easy. Soft. Moving right along. Question 56. We are given that the line AB is parallel to the line EC. And so this line BD is a transversal line. So it says now find the value of angle BDE. Easy question. Angle BDE is this angle. But by Z angles, we know this angle is 40. If this angle is 40, we know angles on a straight line is 180. And so this is 140 degrees. Easy question. Soft, soft, soft. Nice. Question 57. It says, which transformation maps PQR to P prime, Q prime, R prime? As you can see, those two kind of look the same. So if you just put a line in between the two of them, a mirror line, you see that they are a reflection of each other. So this is reflection. Easy question, soft. All right, next one now. Question 58. From the diagram, what is the sign of C? The sign of C, this is C right here. The sign of C, sine is opposite. We need to find the opposite over the hypotenuse. Now the opposite is going to be 3. How did I get 3? I know that the opposite is going to be equal to the square root of 5 square minus 4 square. And 5 square minus 4 square, square rooted is 3. And so the sine of C, SOHCAHTOA, is opposite of 3 divided by the hypotenuse of 5. Always remember SOHCAHTOA. It's opposite over hypotenuse. 3 over 5, which is option A. Nice. Moving right along, question 59. Question 59 refers to the following diagram. In the diagram, if the line y equal x is rotated anti-clockwise through 90 degrees, what is its image? Now, if it is rotated 90 degrees anti-clockwise, then this is what the line becomes. Anti-clockwise. Here it is. This would make a 90-degree rotation. And what would be this line? This line would just be y equal to negative x. Y equal negative x, which would be option C, clearly. Nice, soft. All right. Question 60. In the diagram above, ABC is a triangle in which AD is equal to BD. AD is equal to BD, which is equal to CD. You know this angle ABC. Now, since these two sides are equal, all right, then we know that this angle right here is equal to this angle right here. And so this angle right here is the same as this angle. Let's see this. So this angle is 50. We know this angle is 50. Now that we know this angle is 50, and what else do we know? We know that this side over here is equal to this side right here. And this angle right here is equal to this angle right here. But guess what? If this angle is 50 and this angle is 50, then this angle is 80 degrees. Angle in a triangle is 180. So this is 80. And so that means everything over here so is 100. This is 100. But if this is 100, what do we know? We know that this side is equal to this side, and so this angle is also equal to this angle. So if this angle would be 40, because this angle have to be 42. And so angle ABC is going to be 40 plus 50, which is 90. That's option D. Nice. That takes care of this easy past paper. So easy. Nice. And so I hope you had just as much fun as I did. And just stay tuned for more. Make sure to subscribe. And I wish you all the best prepping for your exam. Soft. Nice.